Hello everyone, it is me, ATARi HB. How is everyone doing today? Alright, let's see here. We got Aria Ramirez, what's going on? Super Saiyan Rainbow, what's going on? How you doing, man? Cassin Flowers, SR Nova, The One True God. How's everyone doing today? So, today's stream, as you can probably tell by the title. Sorry, I'm enjoying my Applebee's right now. But, yummy, yummy. But we are going to be discussing primarily why Goku, Son Goku, from the manga, is specifically above 5D. And, you know, what makes this topic a little interesting is because there are other YouTubers out there and other people who still deny this fact. So I think I'm going to make this video as a stream so that people can kind of link it over. Sensobean! Okay. That was delicious. Yum. Alright. So as you can see, there's people in the chat already popping off right now. There's already got a current couple comments that are already talking about how Goku is higher. And that's fine. But, you know, how can you substantiate your claim with enough evidence? And that's what this stream is for. Alright? So first and foremost, I'm going to go ahead and pull it up in front of you guys. It's going to be something very interesting we're going to do this time around for the stream. Unlike most of the times we've done streaming, we're actually going to go over live feedback on how strong these characters are. And sorry, the Chihuahua's being annoying. Trying to get into my bag. But he already ate. So, let's go over a couple of interesting points as to why. So, why is Goku 5D? Okay, first we're going to go ahead and look over a couple of things in the manga. Keep in mind, we're going to go ahead and take a look at both manga and anime variants. So we're going to be a little bit fair with this. But, you know, let's go ahead and get started. So, all right. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull up a docs, a Google Docs for this. All right. And the reason I'm gonna pull up the docs is because together on stream, we're gonna go ahead and formulate something really interesting. All right, you see this right here? You guys see this? Yeah, this bad boy. Yeah, so you know what we're gonna call this? Why Goku is 5D. All right. So the reason I'm pulling up a documentation for you guys is because I want to kind of go over this with you, feet by feet, case by case. And so it really comes down to a certain degree of evidence. Now, the first thing many of you guys may be asking yourself is, okay, where does the whole 5D argument come from? Like, where do we start? All right. Well, I'll tell you where we start. We start around the area of when 5D, we have to first understand a couple of aspects of what do we mean by 5D? All right. So first, let's get this understood. There are two types of 5D. There's 4D plus 1D, which is so let's understand what 5D is. So we can either do 5D in this context, all right, or we can do 5D in this context, or we could do a 5D construct, also known as a space-time continuum. Now, typically speaking, in most fiction, when you're outside of space and time, you're going to get the 5D space. Now, I'm going to get a little bit more creative in this list. And then we're going to go ahead and open up one of our other programs to kind of show you guys exactly what we're talking about. Hey, how's it going, Xeno Gaming? Welcome to the stream. Glad you was able to make it. Welcome, Donaz. So, yeah. I would say so, Donaz, so far what you're saying. But we're going to still go over it. And the first case we got to do is we got to really look carefully into what the hell does this have to do with Dragon Ball? And how does Dragon Ball even have any of this in correlation to it? All right, so before, and how I'm going to do that is I'm going to open up a documentation or a file. This file is going to be used for the sole purpose of providing sufficient evidence that these characters are at these particular levels. So first, let me go to my file. I have a plethora of scans that I have. Let me see if I can grab some of them. So there are plenty of scans that I can go over. But something special for you guys on the stream, we're actually going to be possibly looking into the Daizenshu live. All right? Now, with that said, let's go ahead and look at a couple of other things. So first and foremost, I'm going to open up one of the Dragon Ball cosmology pages that I've made before. But before I even do that, let's kind of understand a little bit about what has Goku ever done in his previous career that would even put him on this level. So let's go ahead and take a live reading of some Dragon Ball. So I'm just type DBZ. All I got to do is click it. It's going to take me to the page. I just scroll down. And then this is right here where you can read the free chapters. So we're going to go ahead and click on to Dragon Ball's official chapter. We're going to jot down. We're going to skip a lot. I think it's very important that people understand that when we're getting into this, we got to understand a couple of variables. Now, I'm going to go into something really important about one of the other sagas. This is going to be key. I'm going to go ahead and put up one of the official Japanese scans as well to kind of help you guys understand a little bit more about why this would make sense. So let's first talk about a couple of things. First things first is, why is Cell going to be at, well, let's put it this way. Why is Cell going to be, we got to start with Cell. And I'm going to tell you why we're starting with Cell. Cell is going to be important because we need to discuss something that people like to say. So let's think about one of the counter argument. Power jumps are too big. Cell was only solar system tier. All right, so what the hell is this? So where are we going at with this? All right, let's go to the versus battle wiki Cell. All right, so I'm gonna go to the versus battle wiki page. I'm gonna look up for Cell, and it's a Cell. So we're mostly gonna be looking at his manga variant. I'm pretty sure this is referring to his manga variant. Stop asking me to watch Jujutsu Kaisen. Thank you. So let's see. Where do they place him at? All right. So as you can see, most people will say he should be solar system level. After his Zenkai, he grew more powerful to reach Super Saiyan 2 level and broke his arm with a single ki blast. He said he was going to destroy the solar system, a statement that has been confirmed by many guidebooks. All right, so let's go ahead and see if they mention the guidebooks. So first, get this out of here. So first and foremost, Cell is believed to be solar system level. Now, there are several levels you can look at this. One, when he says to blow away not only the Earth, but the entire solar system as well, that's very... Yo, Raj, you gotta chill, man. You gotta chill. Oh my goodness, yo! Already? I didn't even get to breathe. Relax, man. Thank you so much, Roz. I appreciate it. Wow, a $10 dono from Roz. That is freaking awesome. Thank you so much once again. Yo, chat, let's get some fires in the chat for Roz. Can we get some fire hypes in the chat for Roz? Thank you so much, Roz. Once again, you are awesome, brother. Thank you. Man. That is epic. All right, let's see here. So let's go ahead and continue on with the rest of the stream. Thank you so much, Roz, once again. Wow. So let's go ahead and look at a couple things. Okay, they have one of the comic guides that say which had enough force to blow away the solar system. Now, one thing people can argue is that the guidebook is affiliated with the Daizenshu, which you boo as a core buster. Daizenshu is inconsistent. The guidebook overall is not reliable. These are valid points. That is why the main guidebook for the manga exists too. The androids accumulated enough power to destroy the whole solar system. Okay. The DBZ Kai Red site also recommend... Oh my goodness. Yo, Prince Boy, thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Yes, we definitely are going to continue up off those last feats. Holy monkeys! Thank you so much. Wow, I appreciate it. You are the best, man. Thank you. If you get some fires in the chat for Prince Boyd. Thank you so much, Prince Boyd. Wow. Awesome, man. Thank you. I very much appreciate that. Cell was drunk on his power. Dr. Giraud thought he would, okay. And the Kamehameha was increasing. It was powerful enough not only to destroy the Earth, but the entire solar system. Okay. So also mini games. I mean, let me just ask you this. Why does Dragon Ball need... Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Why does Dragon Ball need 5 different sources to say that Cell can destroy the solar system? Like, why? Like, why do we need this many statements to do that? So, the first one is... So, first problem is people have incredulity. People are too much of this. We don't need 5 statements to prove Cell could destroy the solar system. That's already ridiculous. But where we're going to get at, this is going to get juicy. So for you who are watching, let's stay tuned. So it's not even about this, man. We're not even going over like the whole, oh, look at the big power gap. Like, who cares? The point stems from one of the official statements of the data books, which I'm going to go ahead and pull up for you guys. Just give me a minute. Let me go ahead here. Let's see here. I'm going to go, yep, right here. I have it pinned. All right. And then, all right. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over one of the statements. one of the statements that I've even gathered together. All right. So first, let's go ahead and open this page. So what is this? Maybe people may be asking, what is this? The hell is this? You know, they're looking at this like Dante. What the hell is this? I'll tell you what it is. So these are different points of the data book. This is Daizenshu 7. And to be precise, it's page 44. Now, why am I bringing up Daizenshu 7, page 44? Well, I'll tell you why. Because we have to look for something that says uchu. But where do we find uchu? Well, we need to know the kanji. Japanese kanji, uchu. Okay? Oh, look. It looks something like this. And just for the record, we're going to have the lady say it, just so we make sure it's right. Okay, I guess I have to sign in. We ain't doing all that. All right, but anyway, you guys get the picture. So then we have to look up, what the heck does this stand for? Okay, meaning. All right, so let's type in the meaning.
Uchu.
Okay, and what does uchu mean? Okay, well, I know what it means. I'm just kind of ad nauseum in this. Space, universe, cosmos. Interesting. Could we get a translation on this? You know, that would be pretty nice. But the reason why I'm going over this with you guys is because we're trying to really understand this statement here. I just want to make this as clear-cut, dry as possible. And I feel a little bad for, like, over-highlighting it. But that's what you have to do at times. You have people who are so ignorant, you got to do this. Oh, look at that. What does that say? Hey, wait a minute. I see. Do you guys see what I see? Look at my mouse. I know you guys can see my cursor. Look at right here. That's right. That's right. Right here, baby. So as you guys could see here, which again, if you guys can't see it, I'm going to go ahead and highlight it for you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and point it out for you guys. This is the statement right here. All right. Let me pick a different color so you guys could see a little more clear. So you see that? That's uchu. All right. Now, the actual statement, which we're going to go ahead and read live, it would say something along these lines. Right here, follow my mouse. An endless space that envelops all the celestial bodies that exist in the world. Okay? So, an endless space. And for those who are curious, like, does it actually say endless? Oh, yeah, we'll prove it. I'll prove it says endless. But, like, as it says, let me see here. Yep. An endless space. Yep, that's exactly what it says. An endless space that envelops all celestial bodies that exist in this world. So, that's already a big deal because the sentence, if I recall, stops right here. So it goes all the way from here, then down here, and then here. All right? Then the next statement, which is interesting, it says Makai. And I recognize this kanji for saying Makai because I see it in Yu Yu Hakusho. Basically, it says, it is one of the big worlds in this world that is compatible with... that is compatible... Let's see here. In the world of Dragon Ball, the universe lies beneath the world and is closely linked by the walls engraved with mysterious patterns. Innumerable stars gather in the universe. And essentially, the reason why this is important when we're talking about the Makai, let me see if I can go a little bit further. Let's see here. Where's our next statement here? And the reason I'm showing you guys this is because I want to make this very clear cut and, easy to understand. And I believe this statement right here, where my mouse is pointing at, is talking about in reference to the galactic nebula. You know what I mean? I do know it does say as well for the term, let's see if I can find it here for galaxy. Let's see here. It says it around where it says the 72, right here. So see, we got to start right about here, all right? So if I'm recalling correctly, it should say there is a galaxy. Each galaxy has its own god. Earth belongs to the solar system, a galactic nebula on the outskirts of the northern galaxy. Waiting is, well, the term waiting here, saying, I think I mistranslated that where it says waiting, but it should say in the universe there is something called the space school operator. And it does go into, a little bit more right here, but the reason I'm mostly focusing on the fact that it does say that the Earth is a galactic nebula on the outskirts of the northern galaxy is because it's pretty much supporting the idea that the Earth resides as a nebula, or the solar system is categorized in this case as a nebula. Now, in case anyone else does get confused, there are a couple of nitbits I can point out to kind of give you guys a reference point. But overall, yeah, that's pretty much objective. So yeah, there ain't no stopping that. So here you go for those who are curious. And again, we'll go ahead and allow this to be read later on within the stream. I'll go ahead and post a link to it. But for now, I just wanted to kind of go over the basic points of what I'm trying to get at right here. Now, we're talking about nebula. Now, here's the problem. Let me ask you this. What is the solar system made up of? Solar system. There's something called an Oort cloud. Now, for those who don't know what the Oort cloud is, it's big as crap, all right? As far as astronomical units goes, the edge of the Oort cloud is about 10 to the 5 astronomical units away. All right. Now, for those who don't understand, that's to the fifth power. All right. So that's about 5 additional zeros. Now, for those who don't understand, this is ridiculously large. Like, I mean, ridiculously large. For those who don't really understand, and you can see the consistency, for those who don't understand how large this is, the fact is, the Oort cloud at the bare minimum should be at least a good 100,000. Should be at least a good 100,000 astronomical units. So for those who don't know what an astronomical unit is, astronomical unit. So for those who don't know what an astronomical unit is, we'll go ahead and give you an example of that. An astronomical unit, as you can see here, is the unit of measurement about 149.6 million kilometers, or the distance between the center of the Earth to the center of the sun. Now, for those who don't actually know it, we can go ahead and get it in the actual term, the 93 million miles, which is, not the song, but yeah, 93 million miles from Earth. All right, so yeah, 93 million miles. So the best way to do that is we could just multiply it by a good 100K. And that right here is going to give us how many additional miles it would be. Now, now you might be wondering how far a light year is. Now I'll just do this, light year to miles. And I'll just do this. I plug it in here, and it's about 1.5 light years, which is really interesting. This is just a very simple calc that we're doing on stream to kind of show you guys. This alone already tells us that the radius of cells attached, since he said the entire solar system, and Cell being a robot and a machine, and Giro being a scientist, this would not be out of the line. So this type of feat is definitely on the solar system plus level, right? But they said galactic nebula. Now here's what a lot of people don't understand. A nebula can change its definition depending on, nebula's definition, or the definition for different components of space, is always going to be different. And the reason I say this is because nebula's definition has changed over time. So let's type nebula definition. So in astronomy, a nebula is an enormous cloud of dust and gas occupying the space between stars, acting as a nursery for new stars. All right. Now, this is just a very simple definition. I'm not going to assume that spacecenter.org is like the end-all be-all. But this is just to help us get like a normal understanding. According to the Merriam-Webster, it says any numerous cloud of gas or dust in interstellar space, galaxy, all right, especially a galaxy other than the Milky Way galaxy, not used technically. So another definition for nebula is synonymous, at least back in the day, for a galaxy. All right. A nebula is just the beginning or end of one star. However, again, like I said, this definition has changed because we got to consider these are statements from these data books that came out around the time of, I want to say the Daisenshu, well, I know Daisenshu 7 came out in 1996. So if we're talking about a definition from 1996, then we got to kind of understand the old school terms because we didn't know a lot about space even back then. There was a lot of speculation. That's why the evolution of, astronomy. But the point I'm trying to make to you guys is in the stream is this. Basically speaking, let's go ahead and pull up a old school definition. Nebula. Okay, nebulae. All right. A dark spot, a film in an eye, or a slight opacity of a cornea. Okay. Now, let's understand this. In astronomy, a cluster of fixed stars not distinguishable from each other or scarcely visible to the naked eye, and exhibiting a dim, hazy light appearing like dusky specks or clouds through the telescope. So, in other words, nebula is a multiple star system to a degree. All right. Now, it can also be clusters. Now, let me ask you guys this to kind of, and the reason I'm going over here for cell is because I'm trying to get to the juicy part. The point I'm making here with cell is just because the whole premise is cell is pretty much, how would you say, a being who could destroy the entire galactic nebula. All right. Now, the galactic nebula aspect should not be something that's should not be just stated to be, well, it's just baseline solar system. And this is pretty much why I was going over this. Because many people who think this don't probably study, the whole idea of how it really works. All right. So let me go over a couple other things. This is a translation from Rachel, also known as Magic Card, which is the same translation I took from the Daizenshu. So she says here, within the universe, there are nebula composed of innumerable stars. And there are galaxies composed of innumerable nebula. There's a ruling kami for each galaxy. Okay, so these are talking about galaxy clusters. So in this context, one nebula should be a galaxy then, because it's innumerable stars, and then one galaxy and multiple innumerable nebulas make a galaxy, or what I'd like to call cardinal galaxy, aka quadrant. Earth resides in the solar system, a galactic, notice the term galactic, nebula on the outskirts of the northern galaxy, aka northern quadrant. All right? This is how Dragon Ball standards looked at these galaxies. This is...
Robot Boy versus XJ9, Jenny.
Wow, thank you so much, Retro. I appreciate the $5 donation. I definitely have a really... That's a really interesting topic. I'd have to really look closely and deep into both characters to kind of see what they can and can't do. But giving my general thoughts, I'd probably say it's a very close tie if you consider the pilot episode. Because in the pilot episode, Jenny did destroy a planetary threat in the pilot episode. And then even in the original, she did destroy it too. But in the pilot episode, in the original, there were spaceships that dwarf Earth that were arguably the size of like large planets. And she apparently soloed them. So if we consider that, then it's more than likely she could definitely compete with Robot Boy. And if we compare Robot Boy's, the gigantic feat that the other character had done, Robot Boy also can compete with that level of power. So we probably would have them very similar. I'd give Robot Boy the edge there. But again, I want to focus a little bit more on that after I get over this, because I want to give a more in-depth answer, and I don't want to just kind of brush the question aside. So I definitely will look at that a little bit later. Thank you so much again for the $5 donation. Wow. Appreciate it. All right, so here's another thing. All right. So let's take a look at, if I recall, this is the Chozenshu. All right. So as you can see, very similar definition, but according to sources, the actual statement, which for, we always have people who are in denial. So chat, don't worry. I'm going to go ahead and give you the actual kanji for this. Because I know other people could be like, oh, but I can't read that, ATARi. And like, all right, well, here, ATARi gives you something so that you can so that you can look at it a little bit after. Who do you think about the people who say that Dragon Ball data books can't be used because it's inconsistent? Well, Isaac Bell, I think if you say any data book is inconsistent, then you cannot use any data book for any other fiction, period. That's all. All right. But, yeah. So, let's go ahead, guys. Continue on. Again, as you've seen what I put in the chat, the translation does say, all right, let's go over here. So the whole point is we know it says the outside of the whole endless expansive universe. We're talking about the part where it's like the galaxy. All right. Now, the definition I gave you guys is a definition, the Japanese definition for galaxy. The galaxy was once called the nebula. This is because it was thought that the galaxy was just one form of the nebula because the identity of galaxy was not accurately captured. However, in modern times, the galaxy was found to be a celestial body outside the galaxy with the solar system. And since then, it has been called extragalactic nebula. So, by the way, for those who are curious, this is not the definition you see right here on stream. All right? What y'all seeing is the Chozenshu. Now, that definition, I'll go ahead and give you that. I'll go ahead and give you that translation in a minute. I'm going to go ahead and read the galaxy definition in just a bit, but just give me one moment. I'm a post in the stream the Chozenshu. If I recall, this is the Chozenshu, which Cho means super, by the way. So yeah, so that's the Chozenshu. Now, what that says that I put in the chat just now says a localized collection of stars in the universe, a collection of stars that come together to make a nebula, and a collection of nebulas referred to as a galaxy. The four Kaioshin, who are in charge of the east, west, north, and south of the universe, actually monitor these galaxies. The divisions of the galaxies into the east, west, north, south is a unit used by Kami or Kaio of the heavenly realm. Heavenly realm. We'll talk about the heavenly realm in just a bit. For business purposes, in order to supervise the infinite number of galaxies that exist in outer space. Really, it could be read, and that's ridiculous, right? But that is the true definition of that. As you guys could probably hear, a lot of my Discord is popping off, so I'm gonna have to probably keep hearing the whoop, which I cannot afford to deal with at this moment, so we're gonna have to mute that. But anyway, as you guys can see, this is the definition from the Chozenshu. Now let's go over the definition I posted earlier to kind of help you guys kind of get an understanding of that. So we got one source that says galactic nebula, right? All right, that's cool. Now, I'm happy to know that we got galactic nebula for one of them. This also confirms what a galaxy is like. You know, how the innumerable stars, and, you know, it goes over about how the localized collection of stars. So this is pretty important. But we got one statement here. We got another statement from the Noah Webster, not part of Dragon Ball, but still kind of helps out. But then we have to ask ourselves, is there any merit to the Japanese definition? Well, here, check this out. All right. This is the JA Wikipedia. And the reason I'm using this, and we don't really need you on the screen right now. The reason I'm using this is because, again, I need people to understand this right here. Let's go ahead and get a translation. Oh, there we go. The galaxy is a group of stars, all right? So as we can see here, that's really good. But let me see here. Let me see if I can find the exact definition. Because I want people to understand this is how Japan, at least at the time, may have considered a galaxy. So this is important. All right, so let me see here. All right, let's see here. If I could find it. Now, let's see. All right, let's see here. I don't know if this is the exact area I found the definition, but I do remember finding something very similar to this, where it does say the galaxy was once called the Nebula. I do remember hearing that definition. I'm trying to find the exact area I found this original translation in. But the reason why is because it does help add a little bit to Dragon Ball's case. All right, here it is. So according to this, and you can argue the website is not really good, but I wouldn't. So according to Lord Neo in March 17 of 2022, I don't think this was actually the date it was posted, because I did find another article, because when I found this, it was much earlier. But yeah, you'll see statements here, which if I go back to the original, this is what it looked like. But anyway, because this is from Wikipedia Education of Japan. Galaxies were also once called nebula. This is because galaxies were thought to be just one form of nebula because their identities had not been accurately captured. This makes sense because back then we didn't know what it was, and that kind of adds to this definition, so there's consistency. However, in modern times, it turned out that galaxies is a celestial body outside the Milky Way galaxy, where the solar system is located. And since then, it has been called extragalactic nebula, extrasolar nebula. As a result of this, the Andromeda, for example, is often referred to as Andromeda Nebula. At present, such extrasolar nebulas are called galaxies, and distinction between nebula and galaxies is clear. For more information on the history of calling galaxies nebula, see History of Galaxy Nebula's observation. So this is just to kind of give you this idea, all right? Now this goes back to the whole Wikipedia of nebula, collection of different nebula or interstellar cloud formations. But again, you can find there are a lot of sources that may have supported this idea. So what am I getting at now? What's the whole point? Well, the whole point, now that we understand this, is cell now we understand cell is now going to be someone we would consider galaxy level or more. All right? So that was the whole point of that. Now, why did I want to prove this? Well, the reason I wanted to prove this is because now that we understand that cell is galaxy level, we understand that this is wrong. This is wrong. And it's okay. When you see the definition solar system, that's fine. But when you learn and later look up and figure out that, wait a minute, solar system for Dragon Ball standards is going to be a galactic nebula, which is in Japan's aspect, at least back in the day, in the 90s and 80s, is going to be a galaxy. So in this context, the cell was threatening the entire galaxy. Now, there are going to be people who say, but Jocko called the Milky Way when he was talking to Boma. I'm like, yeah, he did. But one thing you have to factor in, there's two things we got to factor. Number one, that came out 20 years late after, because Jocko made that statement in the 2016 issue of the chapter, or at least I think it was 2016 when that chapter came out, or 2017, the Goku Black arc for the manga. So that's 20 years after this statement. All right, so not valid. All right. Number two, why would Cell be a universal threat or cosmic threat with only solar system tiers of power? Why? Why would he be? Why would he be? Why would you be afraid that he's a threat to the entire universe if this guy can only blow up solar systems? Outside of taking hundreds of years just to destroy the Milky Way galaxy, how long do you think it'll take him to destroy the North Galaxy? And if we want to go off the Chozenshu, then there's an infinite number. I mean, you see the definition, Mugen, right here. Look right here, Mugen. So it is. They're claiming there's infinite galaxies. Now I can go ahead and talk a little bit about a slight inconsistency with that, but that's for a different topic. But overall, this should mean Cell is galaxy level. Now, why does Cell being galaxy level matter? Well, because it gets rid of the stupid argument power levels are too big of a jump. So this whole power levels too big of a jump has now been officially, let's go ahead and put debunked. All right. So good job, guys. We went through the first phase of this. And so now that we understand that Cell is like more than that, what does this mean for later iterations of someone as Super Saiyan 3? Let's go ahead and look at Super Saiyan 3 and kind of understand a couple of things that happened when the form came about. All right. So let's see. I want to say, is this around the chapter? All right. This is not it. This is not it. All right. So let me jump. I want to say it's around chapter 62, 63. Nope, not quite. Nope. Let's skip a little bit more. Nope. Skip more. Nope. Skip here. Yeah, and then Gohan with the Z sword. We're gonna skip there. And Goku meets Boo. Alright, so let's go over the chapter, what actually happens. So when Goku meets Boo, this is actually how it plays out. So let's look in the manga real quick. Now, I could look this in the Japanese manga if y'all want to. If y'all want to look in the Japanese manga, I could do that. But anyway, I'm just kind of going over like this. This Piccolo says, "Past beyond the original?"
I don't get it. Past and beyond what? Whatever.
"Trunks, your chi stopped moving." And so Goku has to yell at Trunks to keep going. And he's like, go ahead, he's going to teach him about Super Saiyan. This is a Super Saiyan. And this is a Super Saiyan level beyond that. Super Saiyan 2, I guess.
This looks ridiculous. I didn't even see a change.
And then...
You're joking, right? There's more?
This, and then Goku powers up, is the next level up. And then Goku powers up, the big, you know. And as Piccolo says, it's astonishing. His chi grows and grows. That the whole planet is shaking. What's happening, son? And then Goku is Super Saiyan 3. Then Goku states, now it may not be as crazy as the anime, but right here, it says, this is Super Saiyan 3. Sorry it took a while. I'm not used to it yet.
This is Goku. Oh my.
That chi, it's Dad's. No, wait, it's not the same. Yeah, yes, it is Son Goku. His energy is stupendous, but it's him. I can't believe we can feel it from here. Dad, what's going on? So the whole point is, people overlook this. Do y'all have any idea how impressive this is? All right? This is not normal. This is scary. And you know why it's scary? Because this feat actually supports that Goku was literally expressing his energy outside of the universe, which is infinite. As we learned, it's an endless space, all right, wrapped around every celestial body. Goku's energy was felt outside of that, because the Kaioshin realm is not in the macrocosm whatsoever. And for those who are curious about that, let's go ahead and get the classic Toriyama map and kind of give everyone an idea of what I'm talking about. So first and foremost, if we look at Universe 10, at least here, without me getting harassed with these ads, check out here. So this is Universe 10. At least this is just what we're given now. This little bubble you see is not inside space. It's not within the space or the time within here. Now, this is important because the universe, this is what we call the afterlife, and this is the other universe. We're going to go over a little bit of definition of that, but the reason I'm bringing this up to you guys, and I know a lot of people who've been following me may understand this, but this is good to kind of catch up on the basics. The whole premise is his energy was felt at some point in this universe, and it was which is infinite. It may not look infinite on art-wise, but outside of the artist aspect, it was felt in this little bubble, this realm. They felt it overwhelming. So the fact that they could feel that energy all the way from out there is crazy. Because he's like, I can't believe we could feel it from here. See, the thing is, there's a difference in Dragon Ball. If you're searching up someone's ki, that's one thing. All right? You could search up someone's ki until you're blue in the face. All right? That doesn't matter. It's not the matter that it's not a fact that they were searching up ki energy, all right? That's not the problem. I think the problem started to stem from the fact that he wasn't just searching up their energy, all right? It was much deeper than that. The reason why is because it shows that, oh my goodness, this dude's power is literally in a separate area of space and time, and we can literally still feel it. That's ridiculous. So the fact is, his energy can be felt from an infinite distance. And the ki, pay attention. Gohan's not trying to sense ki. If you're trying to focus on ki, like instant transmission or lock, it's like when Goku said, Trunks, power up. back in Dragon Ball Super. Trunks powered up, Goku could sense it, but Goku had to try to sense it. Here, Gohan's not even trying. Nobody's trying to feel Goku at all. They're focused on training, and Goku's chi just came through like a shockwave to them. Like, yo, hold up. What is this? So they did not expect to feel something like that outside of the universe. That is going to give you an idea that Super Saiyan 3, which can tumble this fat Majin Buu, which apparently Beerus could destroy the Kaioshin realm or such, and this fat Majin Buu can compete with him relatively. Super Saiyan 3 at this point should be, at least within the manga's aspect, a heavily multi-galactic, to at least I want to be honest with you, a bare minimum high universal to universal level being. Now, it may not seem like it makes any sense. Most would say, wouldn't it just make sense for him to be multi-solar system? Well, the thing is, let me make something else clear to you guys. So for those of you who think this is not the case, let me show you what Goku actually said in the Japanese official manga. Alright? So, what did Goku say in the Japanese official manga that's going to add a little bit of a subsequent difference to this entire thing that's going on right now? Well, I'll go ahead and show you. The first thing that was stated is, I gotta pull it up. I gotta pull up the original. I gotta pull up the original manga for you guys. I hope you guys are excited. You get to see it. But essentially, what happens is, when Krillin and the others get turned into what they get turned into, let me show you this. So let me get rid of these. Get rid of these. I don't want Crom eating up all my RAM. Let's go ahead and look right here. According to the statement, right? This is important. This actually happens in the official manga. The Supreme Kai is like, in order to turn them back to normal, we'd have to kill Dabura. And then Goku's like, all we have to do is kill him? Is that all? That'll be easy. So, according to Goku, it's easy to slap this Dabura. Goku could sense his ki. Now, people's like, oh, Goku means it's easy to just, because all he has to do is kill him. Like, Goku's like, oh, that's easy. It's not that Goku thinks it's easy to beat him. It's just that Goku thinks it'll be easy to overcome him. Like, no, shut up. Goku is being clear. He doesn't think Dabura is that much stronger. All right? Very simple. Very simple. Nothing else to speculate there. So, with that said, that is a very important definition or a very important statement from Goku. And in fact, to kind of give you more, to kind of give this, to give it more credibility, let's talk a little bit about the fight between Gohan and Dabura. I'm going to also pull up that. So, here's the other scan, all right? And this is them watching the fight. Now, I know there's going to be people who are going to be wondering, like, oh, but, like, I can't tell what Goku's saying. And if you try to translate this, I'll go ahead and give you guys it. It's going to be in the chat. But I'm going to tell you this right now, guys. This is what Goku is saying in the chat. Now, if you go with this normally, it doesn't really make sense, all right? So that's why you got to be careful, because it's Kanzai dialect, from what I was able to tell. So based on that, given that it's a Kansai dialect, some of it will not translate into Google Translate properly, because Goku kind of has like a country type of accent, from what I can say. So I think he says, Machuku ka, Atsui o moto, something like however Goku talks in Japanese. But basically he's saying, oh, is that magic? Huh. So it says, magic, huh? That guy is much, not little, much stronger than he seems, isn't he? So that's essentially it. And then Vegeta's obviously getting irritated. But Vegeta's getting irritated mostly because Vegeta knows, even before the Majin Vegeta power-up, Vegeta thinks he could still beat him. Alright? So we can't even say... So the fact is, Goku and Vegeta are stronger than him together. They think this is, like, easy. Alright? So again, this kind of supports the argument about Goku already, and just probably his regular Super Saiyan, is more than enough to take on Dabura. More than enough. So I just want to make this kind of clear to kind of show you guys that Goku being... So what does this tells us? All right. Buu Saga, SSJ3, manga, definitely... So either baseline universal or multi-cluster galaxy level. Now, let me go ahead and talk a little bit about a couple other things. So now that we got the basics, and the reason why I'm covering this up is because a lot of people don't understand that, like, this again is talking about the big power jump. The reason why most people don't believe Dragon Ball characters got that strong is because people don't want to accept the idea that Dragon Ball characters can increase by hundreds of thousands of times over in a single arc. It's too crazy to believe. Like, he did not increase his power by 100 million times over. This crazy. I'm like, well, guess what? That's Dragon Ball for you. Get over it. Kid Goten was 7 years old, was able to match up with Mastered Super Saiyan Gohan, or at least threaten him in his base form with a rock. So get over that, man. Your incredulity is not a solid argument. So let's talk a little bit about Dragon Ball's dimensions now. So now I'm going to bring up one of the important scans. So first and foremost, let's go ahead and get one of the infamous, I guess you could say infamous, or whatever you want to call it. One of these things, this thing, whatever it is, the thing I made. Let's go ahead and post it. All right. So as I've went over this before in the stream, but I want to go over it again. So, as we know, the observable universe is infinitely expanding, all right? There's statements on that. And as you can see, I posted it here for Daizenshuu page 4 and Daizenshuu 20. Now, you might be wondering, well, ATARi, I mean, you say that, but, like, can we actually see the Daizenshuu? Like, I haven't seen it before. I'm like, sure. So, what better thing to do than for ATARi to open up the Daizenshuu itself and bring you to the exact page? Wouldn't that be awesome, guys? How many of you guys want to see that? So let's go ahead and go directly to the Daizenshuu, right? Let's go over the fact that the universe has infinite... Let's go over that Daizenshuu. Let's go to page 20. All right, where's page 20 at? Oh, here it is. Look at that. ATARi got it already lined up for us. All right? So as you can see, it talks about the universe infinitely expanding. But mostly it's talking about the light years, the hundreds of thousands, hundreds of millions of light years. All right? And this is important for the cosmology aspect. Now, why? Well, because it's going to help us understand a couple of other things. Now, there's pocket dimensions, such as the Room of Spirit and Time. Room of Spirit and Time is completely separate from the actual universe, apparently now. So this might actually get like a slight update on where it's placed at. But as far as its dimensionality goes, hard to say. It might also explain why in the manga, Goku in Dragon Ball Super claimed that him and Vegeta can go all out in the Room of Spirit and Time and not break it. So let's go over Dragon Ball Super, where it makes that statement. Where does Goku make that statement? I want to say around chapter 6. All right. So around chapter 6. See here, where they make that statement. Let's see here. No, 7. I guess it's 7. All right, let's see here. So yeah. And Goku says here, this place isn't going to break if we go on a rampage. All right, let's go all out, just like old times. So this is really cool. It can infer that the Room of Spirit and Time is super duper durable. Now, how big is the Room of Spirit and Time? Well, Trunks kind of implies it's infinite. But I'd like to say, unfortunately, but also, it doesn't matter, the Room of Spirit and Time is only the size of Earth. And I'd be wondering, where does it say that? Well, again, let's bring up the Daizenshuu. Here's the raw page, and it speaks about how the Room of Spirit and Time is actually the same size as Earth. All right, so that much is clear. Now, keep in mind this is page 81, the page where you see King Kai, where they have King Kai there, and they're talking about how it's infinitely expanding. I can bring that page up too. All right. Now, if you guys want to see that page, here it is. We're just talking about how the universe, the infinitely expanding universe, depending on the direction. You could see it here, mugen, right here. And then you see mugen, and you see the term uchu. So if you pay attention to my cursor, which you can see, I don't think you guys could see my cursor. So, yeah. Maybe you can. Can you see my cursor? All right, whatever. If you can see my cursor, that's awesome. So look here, we got mugen here, and then we got uchu here. And I can give the full definition breakdown, but I've done it several times. So overall, this is the other statement. Now, why am I going over these? Because why would Toriyama have these things written as far as 1995 and then not have any substance with them? Why would they be written for no reason? So it's very clear that the Room of Spirit and Time and many of these other statements are all going to have substantial evidence to each other. Now, we don't need to conclude any of these at all. All I need to tell you is that the infinite and living world is where all life resides. Now, you might be saying, well, page 19 says it's infinite. Well, I thought you said it's infinitely expanded. Don't get me wrong. The observable universe portion, but the infinitely expanding part that contains all that in expansion does exist. And I got actual scans to prove it. First off, let's go to this definition, where it talks about the infinite, the infinite space of light and dark. All right. So there's this one, where it talks about the universe. All right? So that's very important. Or the infinite space of light and dark where the unknown live. And then Daizenshuu 7, page 77, plus Takeo Koyama all confirm it's infinite. So if we have a universe that's infinite, now why is it, you might be saying, where's the 4D plus come from? So let's talk a little bit about where the whole 4D comes from. Even if you don't want to say plus, where does the 4D come from? And I'll tell you, the 4D comes from the idea that it contains time. All right? It's 3 spatial and 1 temporal. And it's infinite. All right? So that's why I put 4D plus. So infinite space-time. Makes sense. Doesn't contradict anything, does it? But... It's not fair. Like, come on. Now, outside of this statement here from episode 8 in the OG Dragon Ball, where it says the goal is to bring down the Saiyans. Now, separated by time and space, the harsh trials that both the sleeping father and son must face continue on and on. All right? Now, this is where we start to get into a little bit of controversy. Now, Versus About a Wiki is very, very picky when it comes to accepting a character who can, what the? Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Ross! God damn! Oh my God! Yo, can we get some fires in the chat? Roz is crazy. Roz, you're crazy. Oh my gosh. Roz, thank you so much for the $50 donation. Oh my goodness, that's 60 monkeys already. Holy crap, I'm convinced you robbed banks, bro. What the heck is wrong with you? Who told you that? Oh my goodness, yo. Roz, you are goated, bro. Thank you so much. I appreciate it greatly. That is bananas. Like, god dang, man. Thank you so much. Wow. I'm very grateful for that. Thank you. Wow. Holy moly. I don't even know what to say right now. What do I even say? What you said? No, let me stop. No one get. Wow. Thank you so much again. Thank you. Wow, you're the best, man. Holy crap, that's crazy. Man. Oh, let me drink some liquids. Man, you know how many Takis I can buy with this? This stream is not sponsored. This stream is not sponsored by Takis. But yeah, wow. Oh my goodness. Okay, thank you, Russ. Oh my goodness, you were crazy. Holy moly. All right, guys, I have to recover. So, whoo. So, damn. So as we can see, before Roz nearly Hakkai'd me, we see that there's a separate between space and time. So one statement there, the Nebula statement's here. Now let's get now here's the main argument. All right. Most people are going to say universe level. Now, here's the problem with this. It's good that they went back to universe level, but here's the problem with the universe point. They believe that the universes are not separated. All right? That's the problem. And this is where we have to debunk that. So number one, episode 8 of Dragon Ball Z already proves the universe is separated by space and time. That's number one. Number two, Toriyama. This is Toriyama out of his own mouth. All right? You know what? While we're at it, I might as well just actually type in the actual website. So let's see. Kanzenshuu.com/translation/db-full-color-margin-boo-arc-05/. All right. I'm going to go ahead and go there myself. There we go. Released in 2014 of July 4th. So 4th of July. Answer your questions about the Majin Buu arc. So when they asked Toriyama, one of the definitions, the inside scoop, the secret behind the spherical world. Now, what is the spherical world? Well, the spherical world has to do with the actual Toriyama map that he made. All right? Now, Toriyama, verbatim, says, I thought up the ball-like world so that it would be easy for both me and the readers to wrap our minds around it. So this is why he didn't do like infinite space and all that stuff. Like, he did infinite space, but this is why it's shaped like a ball. This is why it looks finite. This is why it's not drawn to scale. All right? Toriyama makes that clear. All right, so that's number one. Number two, the central ball has the worlds called the live... Wait, what? The worlds... Say that again, sorry. Read it again. The central big ball has the worlds, the what? The worlds, the who? The worlds. Say it again. The worlds, a singular world. Worlds, just world. Worlds, just a singular universe. Worlds. Is that an S? Worlds. Say it again. Worlds. Worlds. The central big ball has the worlds called the living world and the afterlife. And the Kaioshin oversee all that from the outside. All right? So they're not even part of the world. They're from the outside. As their antithesis, at the bottom of the big ball is the Kaioshin who govern evil. Currently, it seems the Kaioshin's power is superior. But the point I'm trying to make here is Toriyama here understands that these are two separate worlds, and he uses the definition worlds to make it plural. This, of course, goes into our infamous statement, as you can see here. The supernatural world governed by the gods of the sky who are high in heaven, transcendent dimensions that cannot be seen from the human world, are looking down on the whole world from here. So King Kai is in a world that transcends. Now remember, they said the supernatural world. So the key here is not that King Kai is an extra dimensional being per se, rather he lives in an extra dimensional world. Because King Kai is still a three-dimensional being who eats three-dimensional food, though he's partially astral, but he's still three-dimensional, right? Because Goku could touch him, interact with him, etc. And King Kai wasn't even dead when he was interacting with Goku at the time. He still has a planet, still has gravity, still have grass. So the thing is, the planet and King Kai himself and elements of the afterlife is 3D. They're 3D aspects, components. Because let me ask you this. Can a 3D object be within a 4D world? Yes. Can a 4D object be within a 5D world? Yes. So overall, the afterlife contains dimensionalities within itself, but as a result, the afterlife is still a supernatural world. So the world of the afterlife transcends dimensions that are not perceivable to the humans. The beings who exist there may be three-dimensional, but the afterlife itself, they're not talking about the characters in the afterlife. This is what Versus Battle Wiki doesn't understand, and many other people who don't understand basic power scaling. King Kai is a three-dimensional being. We can concede that. But the world that he is in transcends dimensions that are not visible. So it's the world that is transcended, not the characters per se. The characters are still three-dimensional, but the world transcends. To support this definition, let's go over Fusion Reborn. If this situation continues, the eternal laws of nature. Laws of nature. Can we find that definition here? Sorry about that. Now let's type in laws. Let's see here. Oh, look at this. According to Noah Webster, written in 1828, the law of nature is a rule of conduct arising out of the natural relations of human beings established by the creature and existing prior to positive precept. Thus, it is a law of nature that one man should not injure one another, and murder and fraud would be crimes independent of any probation from a supreme power. Laws of nature are the laws of supernatural gods that govern the lower world, creating morality. This is consistent with Yama Buddhism, which Dragon Ball follows, because if you do bad things, King Yama punishes you. So yeah, the laws of nature will be completely warped, resulting in the weakening of the boundary between the afterworld and the human world. So the human world is 4D, but the afterlife, the other world, is 5D. I hope you guys got chills when I said that, because that's what I'm trying to get at right now. It's 5D. So let's see. We had one definition, two definitions. What was that image with Gohan again and Goku? Oh, 3 definitions. Oh, wait. Can we get a 4th? We can. Even if this was from Mike Pondsmith, who claims that he got most of his information from Funimation and Shueisha, it's still important to read it. Because he says, time to leave your Western conceptions of the afterlife at Heaven's Gate. All right? Because he understands it. So what he says here is Dragon Ball Z characters called the Otherworld, and in a lot of ways the term Otherworld or Next Dimension are a pretty good way of describing this place. It's truly another reality that isn't connected to ours except on the most metaphysical level. It is not as simple as the Western concept of heaven and hell. It is an entirely separate universe. What? An entirely separate universe. Say it again. An entirely separate universe. What? An entirely separate universe. No, it's the same. Entirely separate universe. Nah, it's part of the same concept. Entirely separate universe, same continuum, entirely separate universe, the entirely separate universe that encompasses another level of reality. A what? Level of reality. Another what? Level of reality. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pieces of preponderance of evidence that support that the afterlife is not only a separate dimension, but also higher. Wait. You said 1, 2, 3, 4? That supported separate? Hold up. Are we just going to ignore Toriyama? Because then we just read verbatim out of Akira Toriyama's own mouth. Oh, wait. That's 5. That's 5. That's 5. Do you guys get the picture now? And we're not even done yet. You think I'm done? You think I'm done? If you thought I was done, you must be foolish. You must be dumb. Or at least foolish. I'm not going to call you dumb. But let me make something clear to you guys. Y'all thought that was just the 5th pieces of evidence. Y'all thought that was the 5th? Huh? Huh? What about this? You said the afterlife is a 4th dimensional. What is the supreme world of Kai like? Also, if DB time is constant in the universe and the other, is it 5D? If not, what is it? Oh, wait. What does Takeo Koyama say? Oh, the world above 5D. Huh. Interesting. Wait, so above 5D. Alright. But let me ask this. What else did Koyama say? Oh, hell is hell an infinite universe? I'm so sorry to ask you a lot of questions. Thanks for answering me. You gave me. The so-called hell is the 4th dimensional world. It is infinite, including the universe. Oh! So we Daizenshu and you... Alright, so Daizenshu, Chozenshu, and Koyama agree that the living world is infinite. Alright, so... Ooh, okay, but wait. Mr. Koyama, let me ask a couple other questions. A lot of people in the chat are still a little bit in denial. Possibly. Alright? Because he even said it. Remember... I put a definition. I said, he doesn't know what these buzzwords are. And he's like, I'm just a screenwriter, not an astrophysicist. But just because he's an astrophysicist doesn't mean he can't agree with one of the very interesting points. I think Goku lives in the 3-dimensional world of our Earth, in the parallel world of the Earth. It is not. It is the same as an Earthling. I think it is reasonable to think that the gods, including the god of the world, live in at least a 5th and 6th planes. Wait, what? Huh? Whoa. Hold on. So, Koyama is saying it's 6th dimension. But what about the other definition he says? Well, let's talk about this. What about this definition? Oh, sorry, that's the wrong scan. Let's talk a little bit about this. What about when someone asked him, does that mean the afterlife transcends time and space? Alright, let's see. What does Koyama say? The views of the original author Akira Toriyama are probably primary, but if my personal opinion is allowed, I think it is a world of higher dimensions. So Koyama thinks the other world is a place of higher dimension. And when somebody asks him that very next question, when they ask him, all right, does that mean the afterlife transcends space and time? What does he say? He says, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Bruh. So, is that 6? Is that 6 different sources that all support the afterlife and the living world is separate in a higher dimensionality? So you're telling me 6 sources of information and it's still not enough? So this is what I want you guys to do. I want you to clip the part where I was talking about it, and I want you to post this. I want you guys to create a Versus Battle Wiki article, and I want you guys to post this and say, you guys keep ignoring these pretty much very clear-cut arguments, and let them know. And that's where I'm getting at, guys. So yeah, I know people got school tomorrow. I know that, I know there are a lot of people coming in here with a lot of different definitions. The whole point is, rather you think Koyama is reliable or not, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You got Daizenshuu 4 from 1995. You got Toriyama in 2014 reconfirming it. Even if you don't want to say, oh, Koyama's not reliable, it's like, it doesn't matter. The fact that he's agreeing with stuff, the fact that we're in 2022, we're in 2020 freaking 2. We are almost 30 years. 2025 is coming up. Yeah, in 2025, that means it'll be almost 30 goddamn years since Daizenshuu 4 came out. And for some reason, 20 plus years after, Koyama still happens to agree with this. Oh, wait, Toriyama had this in 2014. The so-called guy who forgot about his series but still knows that the afterlife and other... I've even asked the Japanese individual themselves, and even they acknowledge the other world is completely separate. That's just the concept that they're with. They're used to it in Eastern culture. Come on now. Then we got an episode from 1989. 1989. 1989 is even claiming the afterlife, and the afterlife is a separate time continuum. So you're telling me 1989, 1999. All right, so let's go over timeline. Let's go over the chronological. 1989. All right. Next, 1995, 1999, 2014, and then obviously what Koyama come. Oh wait, hold up. This is 1995 as well. And then the Koyama comes in, and that's 2022. Get the hell out of here. Be reasonable for once. Enough with the stupid circle jerking and whole incredulity matter. Get over it. Get over yourself. It may be fictional characters, so I'm not going to trip too hard about it, but it's really hypocritical and starting to get really freaking annoying when you can allow all these visual novel characters, Yugiri, Featherin, Daizire, Yokomada, or Reinhardt Hadrich, Anos Boldigold, Ramiro. You can even allow Sinbad, who has not even a fraction of what they're claiming he is. Not even a fraction of it. You're giving Sinbad, out of all characters, the benefit of the doubt. All these guys you're marking to be at these hyperversal levels, and not a single, I've looked at every last one of them, and not a single one of them even hit the hyperversal mark. The closest you could possibly get. The closest you can possibly get to that hyperversal mark is maybe Featherin. Maybe. And Yokomara, if you consider the 22-dimensional barrier to be infinitely transcending the prior dimension, which is that it's not even true. Because we don't even know if it's just an infinite, if we don't know if it's a 22-dimensional barrier, just the fact that it's a 22-dimensional, geometrical dimensional shape. It could just be spatial and not even infinite spatial. So don't even go there with that. So it's not even applicable. Because Ben 10 has 23 dimensions, Spawn has 24 dimensions, Dante Devil May Cry has 9, and God of War has an additional 9. I don't see y'all putting them at hyperversal levels. You get that one statement from Gurren Lagann about 11-dimensional membrane, and that's fine to put the anti-spiral at hyperversal. But you get 6 definitions from a screenwriter, an author, a data book from staff members, a second data book and an American staff member, the actual movie continuity, the original 1989 release, and even aspects of the manga that imply it. And you're telling me all these elements for up to 30 years is not enough? It's clearly a bias, and they need to be called out for it. So this is why Goku, at the very lowest boom bong ding dong wicka licka bing boop, lowest point should be at least 5th dimensional. And I'm not saying 5th dimensional as in, it is a 5th dimension. No, the afterlife is infinitely bigger than the living world. We already know it is. It transcends, the living world's infinite. We got that confirmation from Koyama. We got that confirmation from Daizenshuu. We got that confirmation from Daizenshuu 4, Daizenshuu 7, and the Fusions God in 1999. Okay. All right. So if we got these definitions, then how do you transcend something that's already infinite? That means you're a bigger infinity. It follows the exact definition the Versus Battle Wiki made. And what did the Versus Battle Wiki do? Let's change up the definition of different dimensions and use real coordinate space and stuff to make it even harder for Goku to rank in this tier. Get the hell out of here, because it doesn't matter what you do, because according to Professor Fudamase in the official Dragon Ball website, Dragon Ball follows dark matter, positive dark matter, and negative matter. And they follow many worlds interpretation to that degree as well. So we're only talking about the baseline. And this is Manga Goku. So Manga Goku at the very lowest low ball. The lowest low ball you could get him is 5D. Period. Now, if we go with Koyama's definition, how it contains the rest of it, that would be 6D. And honestly, this isn't even wrong either. This is not even too much of a high ball, because remember that scan I showed you with the Universe 10? The Kaioshin realm is outside of that. But what about the space between the Kaioshin realm and the macrocosms? The space between those points. Well, if the afterlife is an infinite construct of its transcendentality, and the Kaioshin realm orbits outside of that, then the space between that also has to be extra dimensional. So 6D isn't even a contradiction. It axiomatically fits the correlation and definition. Period. And then the neutral zone is infinitely larger than that. We don't have any definition for the world of void or angel realm. The Xeno world is like an afterlife variant of that, and likely is infinitely greater based on the definitions of how they've treated it before in the anime. And then the time ring. And then the fact that there's space between times, and then there's infinite amount of timelines in Dragon Ball. Because a single time ring contains everything below. But even if we ignore that, let's ignore this. Let's just say Otherworld is 5D. That's all it stops at too. The neutral zone doesn't count as a higher dimension. It's just there for some stupid reason, which doesn't make any sense. And then let's just say the time ring contains all of that. So the time ring would be 6D. So even at the lowest low ball, the time ring is freaking 6D. I mean, the neutral zone would actually... No, you know what? That's retarded. The neutral zone would be 6D. So the neutral zone, so what happened is the timeline, so even if we lowball this, let's lowball. The afterlife would be 5D. The neutral zone would be 6D in this context. And then the time ring would be 7D. You know what's funny? You know what's funny about that? Do you know what's funny about all this? Huh? I don't think you guys know. But you know what's funny about this stuff? The funniest point about all of this is that if the afterlife is 5D, the neutral zone is 6D, and the afterlife, I mean, in the time ring itself is 7D. Hold up. You know what that means for this character? You know what that means for this character? He's 7th dimensional. You know what's funny about him being 7th dimensional? I'm just trying to keep it simple and clean. Kingdom Hearts, baby. Let me show you. The reason this is hilarious, and I'm gonna show you real quick. Let me tell you this. This is why it's funny. Remember this video? Remember this video I got made fun of? I got trashed in an entire Discord, got laughed at, made fun of. As early as 2017, I had crazy dislikes. And there were people, and I'm not going to attack my subscribers and stuff because these are 4-year-old comments. But isn't it ironic? Oh no, that's not possible. That's not possible. Zamasu cannot be that strong. Look at Infinite Zamasu is nowhere near 7th dimension. That's just pure weight. That's pure wank. But look at now. Look at now. Look at all the evidence we have. We got Koriyama, Toriyama, the data book, a second data book from America, a data book from Japan. And then we got the original anime episode. Then we got the movie agreeing with us on top of that. You got like 6 different sources, arguably 7. And guess what? Who got the last, like, so even if I lowball, let's say I don't think the macrocosm is 60. I cap it at 5D due to Daisenshu 4. I stop there. I don't consider Koyama really. I acknowledge it as supplementary, but nothing more. The neutral zone is infinite. Like, the space between these universes is infinite. So, given the stars in the background and stuff, like you can see it here as well, I think it's foolish to say the neutral zone isn't infinitely bigger than the macrocosms, when it clearly is. So if the neutral zone and the Xeno world is all one big nexus outside of the universes, it should be at least 6D, because it should be infinitely larger. If you're infinitely larger than a prior infinity, then you are by definition a higher infinity. It doesn't have to be rocket science or under bijection or injection or surjection. No. You can clearly just say, all right, so I have a big bubble universe with its own timeline, and I have an infinite number of other bubble universes. Okay, so you have infinite universes, yup. And they're all separated through space, yup. They all have their own space. They don't collide with each other. So there's an infinite number of it, yup. So how big does the space that contain it have to be? Well, it has to be infinite to account for that. Okay, we'll take it. So the neutral zone and the Xeno world combined should be 60, right? That would mean the time ring, which axiomatically, the timeline for the multiverse, the timeline of the multiverse, as I said, kind of like the hypertime in DC, would make it 70. Objectively. So guess what? This video, this video is not even inaccurate. So, sorry, I'm looking at ads on my own channel, but you guys get the point. The whole premise is Zamasu in the manga, at least, well, if he was going to destroy the parallel world. And as I said, a threat. Can he destroy an infinite number of 6D worlds? Well, the time ring kind of holds all states of the prior dimension. It holds the past, present, and future for the multiverse, if there is one. It's a nexus. So as a result, destroying such a higher level of infinity is going to quantify as destroying an infinite number of 6D worlds, or even greater. And he, in the manga, threatened that, and the anime threatened that. So even lowballing both, they are consistently at that level. So this is why I said Goku, why Goku is at least 5D or beyond. With that said, I think Retro, by the way, thank you for the $1 donation. I'm sorry I missed it. I gotta tell you thank you anyway. You are great, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So the point is, Jiren, who blinked away an entire final flash. He glared away an entire final flash. And there was no difficulty. If Jiren can glare away a final flash, which we know could... Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. You see this Zamasu? I know there's people like, oh, that's Zamasu, though. All right. Hold up. Zamasu these nuts. How's this? If I only had one more sensu bean. Are y'all that ignorant? Like, come on, man. Goku knows he could beat him. So by definition, Jiren would clap him. And the fact that Jiren... And we know Blue Evolution Vegeta's stronger. And the fact that Jiren glared away his final flash, get the hell out of here, bro. It's over. Now, in my video, when I finished up, listen to the definition I say.
Regards to dimensional tiering for other anime verses and why it doesn't apply. Yes, I'm looking at you, Kami Tenchi.
Read that
A
again.
little bit more about string theory in regards to dimensional tiering for other anime verses and why it doesn't apply. Yes, I'm looking at you, Kami Tenchi. Quote unquote 22 universes, or excuse me, 22 dimensions. String mechanics and many others would just laugh at you because in reality that doesn't exist. But I'll talk a little bit more about that another time. Thank you guys for watching. ATARi out.
So, whoa. I predicted I would debunk Kami Tenchi, which I did on my last stream, because the whole idea is, they have a dimensional supervisor. Let me look at the dimensional supervisor. Let's look at the supervising supervisor. All right, so let's go to Google. All right, or google.com. Let's go to Google. All right, Kami Tenchi versus Battle Wiki. Let's see where the argument comes from. Hyperversal, stronger than any. Oh my gosh, get out of here. Get out of here, lady. Stronger than any Choshin. You know what I mean? Stronger than any Choshin itself. Identify the ascension known to dimension was going to bring him beyond that to Choshin to counter actor. Yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Pay attention to Tenchi Muya. I've already told you this. First off, majority of this stuff, none of it is supported to be infinitely greater than one another. All right, so let's talk about the dimensional supervisor. Stop. Don't care about fork knife. All right, so anyway, look at this. Get out of here. All right. So 11th infinitesimal. All right. D1, D2, D3, D4. Wait, D1. Destruction. Okay, anyway. D4, D6. Each has nearly absolute authority over its respective dimensional space. I'm not denying that. What I'm denying is, when was D3 almost transfinitely weaker than D4? If they're all, that doesn't make any goddamn sense. Higher dimensions are seen as a theoretical impossibility. It's not about that. According to the laws of lower dimensions, the existence of any higher dimension is theoretically impossible. That's not the problem. The problem is, are these dimensions infinitely greater than the prior? Are these dimensions infinitely greater than the prior? We don't know. So because we can't prove that one dimension is infinitely greater than the next, stop taking these definitions verbatim just because the dimension has a numeric number on it. Period. We don't even know if it's only 20-dimensional supervisors. Some have counted 22. I've seen the image. I've seen where the argument came from. It was theoreticized on bosons, which Dragon Ball has anyway. So it doesn't matter. My thing is, you have barely any evidence in this case, but with Dragon Ball, you got all of this. All you can. And yet, they're just like, no, Goku, no. I don't even, Goku caps at 4D, man. He's only 4D. 4D! If you think Goku caps at 4D, you clearly haven't read Dragon Ball, and you don't know it as well as you think you do. That's period. Oh boy. The thing is, that's a lowball scale. So even the lowest level Goku, even the lowest lowball level Goku is going to cap at 6D. 7D. Period. Maybe if you want to get extremely lowball, he still caps at 5D. Now let's really lowball it for unreasonable reasons. Let's say Universe 7 is only a 4D construct. There is no afterlife. All right? Even if that's the case, And the neutral zone is infinitely small. Well, the space between universes is 5D. So the neutral zone is going to be 5D anyway. And then the timeline is 6D. Technically, by that definition. So even if you lowball it, it's still going to hit low complex. Anyway, guys, this is pretty much all I wanted to do and show you guys. I appreciate everyone who stopped by and came up on the stream. We got 46 viewers, 47 likes. Let's see if we can get ourselves to 50 today. And we got 71 baboons. Thanks to Ross. Thanks to Retro. Thanks to Prince Boyd. I almost said Monad. Thank you guys so much for everyone who supported and came through. I just want to go ahead and bring this to everyone's attention. Because honestly, I think this is crazy downplay. Might be. Nah, Xenogoku is without a doubt stronger than this. Because even if we lowball this to like 7D, the crack of time is a higher dimension in all infinite timelines. So there goes 8D, and then Beats World is 9th dimensional because Beats World is a higher dimension. Beats World also has its own temporal dimension of time, so that's 10th dimensional. So even the lowest lowball of Xenogoku is 10th dimensional. So yeah, the lowest level of Xenogoku is still 10th dimensional. Let that sink in. The lowest level of Xenogoku is 10th dimensional. Let's say the neutral zone is only 5D. The timeline's only 6D. There's infinite timelines. That means the crack of time is 7D. Beats World's 8D. Has its own timeline, 9th dimensional. So even the lowest low ball, the unreasonable low ball, Beats World is still 9th dimensional. Let that sink in. Hey, Appropriate Adam, thank you so much. Hey, love the videos and new sub. Welcome, man. Welcome to the family. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It really means a lot to me. Thank you. Wow, that is awesome. Thank you so much, guys. Wait, Dragon Ball Heroes, Hell has layers. See? Hell has layers. Hell has layers. Ogres have layers. Hell have layers? You get it. They both have layers. Oh, you both have layers, huh? Not everyone likes Saiyans. No, not everybody likes hell. Saiyans! What everyone loves Saiyans. Saiyans have layers. I don't care what everybody likes. Ogres are not like Saiyans. Anyway, is it true that Capsule Corp Goku used data of every Goku to ever exist? Also, where do you scale his universe tree amp? I don't know where to scale his universe tree amp because base Xenogoku could destroy all of Beats World, hypothetically. Managed to blitz a suppressed Jiren. I wouldn't say. I mean, yeah, he blitzed him, but more so caught Jiren off guard. Anyway, whatever. Class M. Oh, the lifting class. 20,894.72 tons. Fitting for a building. Vegeta shoves the building aside after it gets thrown with a light tap, showing off that he's more than strong enough to replicate the feat. Better than when he couldn't lift a 100-ton Megeta back in early DBS. I think the more than 20,000 tons are exaggeration. It must be 1 or a few thousand tons max. Unless gravity on this planet is much stronger. Apparently, according to the density of cement. Okay. Look at people arguing. Why is it a problem for Vegeta to move a giant metal beam that's potentially 20,000? Like, why? Like, why is it a problem? Like, why? What has happened to the New Age Dragon Ball fans? I feel like people don't get it. What happened to this feat? Y'all forget he did this? Y'all forget Goku stopped this fat thing? Huh? You forget Frieza lifted this? But it was telekinesis. Yeah, if he could do it telekinetically, what makes you think he can't do it physically? And these Babylonian baboons over here. Same guys who could blow up entire planets with a finger. Anyway. Continuing on. Original Dragon Ball Goku outmuscles a giant Piccolo. That is true. Can you watch your ATARi react to Chapter 85? You should show this as well, as it only gives further support to Koyama's statement about it at least being 5D. Them stopping large objects like that was never new. Filler ain't canon though, Dragon Ball downplayers. I mean, it's not even filler, it's Dragon Ball Z Kai. So, yeah. Hey, since you're looking at the chat now, I was wondering why Space-Time Continuum is 5D. Sorry, just I'm used to be. Well, when we say space-time continuum, let me not even say space-time continuum. In that context, I'm talking about a complexity or a construct. Maybe the term construct is more appropriate than space-time continuum, all right? So, pardon me if I did say that. Allow me to just say construct. All right? But yeah, overall, construct is more appropriate. I made this image for a visual representation of Dragon Ball's cosmology. I'm not highballing it. I'm not saying Goku's infinite dimensional, out-of-versal, or anything like that. And let's just get over this. Goku's not out-of-versal. There's no way he is, and he never could be. And any evidence that has been brought to the table, unfortunately, a lot of people, like, I've showed you, I said Zamasu was 7D back in 2017. Majority of people out here, and I'm going to be honest, some of the people I know who's like, oh, Goku is this size. I'm like, bro, how old are you? And they'll be like, oh, I'm 15. I'm like, 15. All right, let's go to 2017 was 5 years ago. Yeah? So when you was only just a freaking 10-year-old, I was already talking about 7D Zamasu. You think I haven't seen these arguments already? I've already seen these arguments. I'm the one who presented them back in 2016. So if you really want to go back when you was 9 years old. Other people, oh, I'm 20. So when you was 15, I was doing this. Like, what I'm saying is, it has nothing to do with your age. It's just a matter of, bro, I've been around the power scaling community, all right? I know about this stuff. I've been watching it carefully. Goku is definitely, like, the whole, well, what about Koyama's statement here? I'm like, sorry, that's not enough. And Koyama has backtracked a lot of his statements. Because people have been trying to get him to say infinite dimensional. No, Dragon Ball ain't infinite dimensional. And Koyama has made that very clear. He's always made that clear. Always. So people need to relax. Prince Boyd, thank you so much for the $2 donation. Wow. Really appreciate it. Thank you. 1,000 tons. Also, you could just do the magma worm next. Absolutely. Thank you again. But yeah, overall, guys, that's just the reality of it. Now, people are still wondering, I'll go ahead and show you what the hell I was talking about. I'll show you what the hell I was talking about and why it don't make no goddamn sense. And this is not an attack on anyone, but let me just kind of show it. Koyama says, "No, you're welcome, but this is my personal opinion, not Toriyama's. Make sure." And this question was in regards to when he was asked about an infinite hierarchy. And this question makes sense because when he's talking about creator, it makes it hard to understand what Koyama meant. But Koyama specifies, nah, as regard to that creator, this is just my opinion. Koyama, even in a separate post, had said, "The ghost world, including the so-called hell, goes beyond the concept of space-time. This is my personal opinion. Has nothing to do with the original Dragon Ball."
Has nothing to do with the original Dragon Ball.
That's 2. Strike 2. So this is when Koyama talks about he did confirm things with Toriyama. So this is not it. But there is a point where he does say, the answer here is just my cosmology. I think that's strike 3. You're out. Or maybe you might just say, nah, he's just saying his cosmology because the question was later elaborated. All right. The afterlife hierarchy has some parts that can be shared with the Dragon Ball story. Oh! Setting and some parts that can't. So we don't need to go any further. And this is when he was asked the question when someone said, is the dimensional dimension of the mortal universe layer transcendental to the normal dimension? Dimensional transcendence is 3D to 4D. It goes on indefinitely. If the afterlife is above the hierarchy, if you are, you should have a higher level of transcendency. But he says there are some components, but not. Let's not go. Basically, Koyama is basically saying there are components with that, but we don't need to go any further. Basically, calm that crap down, man. All right. And this is just to show more consistency that Koyama believes the afterlife is 5D, at least. Because he says the world of Dragon Ball is ridiculous in the fictional world. Definitely. Realistically, of course, we cannot enter the 5D. What was the question he was asked before that? Somebody says, does that mean there are higher dimensional layers that Goku and we cannot enter in the afterlife? And he's just like, nah, Dragon Ball is crazy, so they can do it. But as for us, no, we can't. But anyway, the whole point is, it was like the same thing. And this is not to expose anyone. This is kind of just show something. Are all the areas infinite size in Otherworld, and are they inaccessible gaps between the living world and Otherworld? Koyama's response: I think there is. Do you need such difficult knowledge to enjoy Dragon Ball? Of course, the viewer is free. It's entertainment. So why don't you enjoy it more comfortably? What Koyama here means is, hey, I mean, I get what you're asking. You're trying to learn about Dragon Ball, but some of these questions are like dimensional tiering, infinite hierarchies that transcend infinities, and infinites. You don't really need this type of information to enjoy Dragon Ball. Just enjoy it. It's entertaining, right? Because, again, he's not a power scaler. All right? Now, anyway, I just wanted to kind of show this forth to show that, no, it's not infinite 3D. It's not infinite dimensional. It is not infinite outerversal. No, it's not. Relax. I think the best and most consistent notion is 10th dimensional for now, for the entire cosmology of the entire Dragon Ball makeup. Zeno is going to sit here in this blue space because he's technically above all of that. He could destroy it all at one shot, no thought. So Zeno being 11th dimensional, yay! He could compete with the anti-spiral, I think, right? Something like that. Yeah, I think Zeno can, but this is good. Because now, this is good because now Zeno can threaten this guy. Yay! Yay! Zeno can probably beat this guy too, considering The anti-spiral has to put effort. Zeno has put no effort. But this is not about the anti-spiral versus Zeno. So I don't really care right now. All I care about is just providing enough evidence to tell you that Dragon Ball is crazy. Alright? Goku's far beyond 5D. I'd say the anti-spiral is 11th dimensional within the cosmology. I'm not going to put him at 12th dimensional. He's not 12th dimensional from what I recall. He's 11th. Because of the dimensional universes, we call the 10th and 11th dimensions. But Super Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann, from what I've seen in the Giga Drill Breaker, is not something that transcends the entire universe. Because the thing is, like, oh, they could destroy the whole universe. They could destroy the 11th dimension. I'm like, yeah, but can they destroy an infinite number of 11th dimensional worlds? I don't think the anti-spiral or Tengen Toppa can do that. So, no. That's why I don't have him at that level. So, I think the Grand Priest and Zeno could definitely handle Super Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann. I'm pretty confident he can. And if you want to go with the idea that angels are infinitely stronger, then you could say that angels kind of scale around that level too. It can also fight them. But for now, I think it's very safe to say this. Goku ain't 10D either for the anime. I know that he's beyond Infinite Zamasu, who can surpass this in multiple spaces of them. But I would just say Goku's higher levels into 9D. But he's not anywhere near 10th dimensional right now. His power hasn't infinitely transcended where he's at currently in the anime. Maybe in the maybe in the anime for the Moro arc, because I've heard some stuff, but for now we'll keep it right there. So the comment where Toriyama states that he had to double check with Toei and Toriyama was a response to the comment about the afterlife being high dimensional. Sorry, just need clarifying. Yeah, it was. There are hints there as a different mortal realms and universes. DB has plenty of hacks. Yeah. Not Goku is Universal. Now, Goku 90 Plus is complex multiversal. I mean, it's a higher complex multiversal. Yeah, Andre, I agree. Can't angels be 11D too? I think angels can be. Because Zamasu was going to take over all infinite timelines. He just didn't get enough time. Now, if we assume that Jiren and Goku did reach the level Zamasu wanted to reach but did not, then you can argue Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku, Broly, Jiren, Moro, Granola. Okay, maybe not Granola or Moro because they're manga only. But you could say that the anime iterations did probably hit some level of 10th dimensionality at their peak. But let me make something else. Let me make something else a little clearer for the viewers. So if Jiren and Goku sit here, I see no reason for Whis and the others not to sit here at 11D. But that's besides the point. I think the thing sits here is one more piece of information I kind of want to go over. And it's a matter of, let me see here in the chat. Have you seen Simon's scaling video on the Dai's editions of Bonzo verse about the Hado gods? I've seen it, but again, it still falls down to the whole... The questions still haven't been answered about the actual cosmology. Where do they infinitely transcend? So I may have not seen the full video, but it still goes down to the same wire, down to the wire. You know, the whole point is we need real evidence. It's funny that angels can be 11th dimensional possibly while being massively suppressed the entire time. Imagine more of their power except through mirror. I mean, more of their power could only be 1,000 times greater. It doesn't matter if it's a quintillion, octillion, septillion, nonillion, duodecillion, tredecillion, quadrodecillion, vingetillion, tredecillion, centillion, Googleplex. Doesn't matter. Even with numbers that high of a multiplier, it's not going to hit 12th dimensional. You have to truly hit infinity and bypass it completely. So that's why I'm careful when I say like Goku. But let me bring up one more thing. One more thing for the sake of the stream. Here's the thing. Here's the problem you'll see with this. There are videos out there that attempt to debunk this. But it's because they don't read. Or it's also because they don't really sit down. You guys, get ready to clip this part. Get ready to clip it. So I've heard a lot of people say that Jiren does not transcend time. I'm going to debunk that right now in less than 60 seconds. Number one, let's take a look at the scan. What happened was Hit used his time skip. Hit's time skip is something that everyone needs to know. It's an ability that allows him to skip or stop time. Jiren learns to create parallel worlds, which can allow him to completely stop time for everyone and be in his own level of existence. Given that we understand the Dragon Ball cosmology can be very convoluted and complex, that means that Hit is able to utilize some type of parallel world that's larger than the continuum of the six-dimensional aspect of the world, or maybe just the fourth dimensionality of the living world. One or the other, regardless, this is important. The last but not least is that Bottle says this means Jiren's power, that Jiren possesses power that transcends time itself. The key phrase is that Jiren possesses the power. Not that Jiren himself does not age and cannot age, just that Jiren has power that transcends time itself. And that's why they say time means nothing against Jiren's strength, because the whole key is Jiren's key/strength is why he surpasses time. Jiren himself is not a fourth dimensional being. He's a three-dimensional being that has power that transcends time itself. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Bye. All right. That might have been a little bit over 60 seconds, but you get the point. See how easy that was? It's called thinking outside the box and considering other possibilities. So there you have it. Dragon Ball characters are bound by time in a sense of they could still age. Time hacks, it's just they resistant to time hacks. Goku can move so dang fast he could skip time on the Minkowski temporal level, or they have enough ki energy to actually negate time. So they age, but platonically they age, but they have abilities and superpowers that allow them to just break time. All right. So it's like Final Crisis Superman has the fourth dimensional eyes, but what I'm saying is, although he has the fourth dimensional eyes, he could see Goku's next attack and all that. But once Goku shoots up into his Super Saiyan Blue and releases a full power Kamehameha, Superman will not perceive that with the 4D eyes. He'll look at it like, hold up, he's going to shoot me with a Kamehameha, but it's going to hit me somehow. Like, how do you know it's going to hit you? Because it bypassed time! And he gets hit. What if the reason why Hit is so old is because of his time abilities? I mean, it could be. So Goku can possibly have immeasurable speed. Well, James, here's the best way to look at it. Goku has attacks that can negate time, that negates dimensional travel. So kind of like, let me ask you this. In Yu Yu Hakusho, Kuwabara can use a spirit sword to slice people down. Do we say that he can transcend? Do we say that Kuwabara is immeasurable? You could say his attack negates distance. Doesn't care about space-time. It cuts through dimensions. It transcends dimensions. So does that mean Kuwabara has to care about how long it takes to get to you? No, he doesn't. So by that definition, Kuwabara's slashes are immeasurable. It can hit you from regardless. You could be infinite distance away. He could hit you. But keep in mind, that's Kuwabara's power. So does Goku have immeasurable speed? He has attacks that have immeasurable speed, but Goku himself is not able to travel at immeasurable speeds unless he goes in short burst. That's the key. They have to amp up their ki enough to get them to that level. And 9 times out of 10, they're never going to really find a need to. I mean, if Esdev tried to use time skip on Goku, it'd pretty much be the same thing. He'd probably hit her before she even notices anything. She wouldn't be able to cut him. And if Goku could sense the malice of her using the attack, like when he did with Trunks, like he searched Trunks' feelings, he could search Esdev's malice and be like, all right, she got malice intent. She's going to use some type of technique and skip time. And he's going to already read where she's going to be at and hit her. And if he doesn't, then even better for Goku. He could just, she'll be stopping time, everything will look frozen, and then she sees that it starts to crack. Like, why is my Hondompa crack? Boom! A big Kamehameha comes at her, and she's like, what the hell? And he's like, time skip or time stopping doesn't work on me. So that's pretty much how Goku will look at it. What about Gojo? He's infinite distance away, technically, or things slow down more and more when they get to him. Doesn't matter. Goku bypasses dimensions of time, so parallel worlds and other spatial dimension abnormalities Goku can bypass. Or Goku can use Shudon Ito or instant transmission to get to Gojo, since he could. Instant transmission works like time travel, according to Fudamase. So overall, I think this is going to be enough to stop because it is getting extremely late and I'm very limited on time. No pun intended. So what I want to do is I definitely want to notate a couple things. The last thing I'm going to say, though, is that to give a basic answer, though, to Retro's question earlier, I do think that Robot Boy has a higher consistency level of feats to possibly beat Jenny, but I think it's going to be really high difficulty depending on how the battle starts out in the conditions. Because Jenny does have a lot of things to take him down. It just comes down to a lot of questions. That's the thing about versus battle questions is I can give a no research basic synopsis on it, but like a question like that requires an intensive amount of research for both characters and parties because you got to kind of figure out how characters are at their best. So depending on that, it can change. And looking at your message you sent me in Discord, I wouldn't say that's 152,501.01 times the speed of light as far as combat speed. I wouldn't agree with that. I don't think that's accurate at all. It's just him dodging a bunch of lasers that are coming at him at light speed. I mean, Luffy can do that. So I don't think that's necessarily true of that speed caliber. He could dodge all the lasers, but Luffy could do that too. So again, I still think that overall it will be an interesting fight, regardless. But will we eventually see versus battle videos on this channel, like Wang Ling or Anos versus Goku? If we can get to like 100K subscribers and I can do this stuff full time, yeah. Which I believe we can hit that level. All you guys got to do is share this, get your friends, your family, your pops, your moms, your dogs, and cats to subscribe to the channel. And once we get YouTube verified at 100K, I could actually start doing videos like that potentially. But right now, we're still growing. I still want to thank everyone who's still been subscribing to the channel consistently. So yeah, if you guys know anyone who can help push the channel subscription, yeah, let's go for it. I mean, right now let's just say we're almost at the power level of Raditz with our subscribers. So we've come a long way, and that's awesome. So let's keep growing. And with that said, I'm going to definitely look at the magma on the next stream. So guys, look forward to the next stream that will be coming up shortly. I want to try to stream a little more consistently so we can start pushing the envelope. So yeah, Prince Void, you will be up next. That is for sure. So guys, get ready for the next stream, of course, so we can start getting into some more stuff. Keep in mind, we also got, for those of you who are curious, I will show you that, I am working on the video for how strong is Manga Goku. I mean, it's kind of easy to understand that, but I'm going to try to give it to a more objective level just because, I mean, it is what it is. But, I do know it's getting a bit late. I don't want to stream too late next time, so I'll try to do it a little bit earlier. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching, joining in the stream. Let's just give a last thank you shout out to Roz. Again, a shout out to Prince Boyd, a shout out to Retro, and a shout out to anyone else who's been giving donations. I believe there was somebody else who gave one. I think it wasn't Prince. I think it was like Adam or something. So I think Adam, who just subscribed to the channel, or appropriate Adam. Thank you again, everyone. You guys have been awesome. I'm glad everyone tuned into the stream. I'm glad our stream activity was able to increase. Let's try to get this to be our average, our daily intake every day. You guys are great. If you guys, again, like I said, this channel could be susceptible to possible gaming while talking about possible gaming. If possible gaming, god dang it, in the future. Man, I can't even say what the hell I'm trying to say. Possible gaming in the we're trying to get possible. Okay, my goodness. Trying to get possible gaming in the future for the channel, maybe, while talking about stuff. The next stream is going to be kind of big. I might include a special guest on that stream. And oh my
Able to do robot boy scaling from my Discord?
Okay, well, I'll have to also mark that on the list. So again, we gotta make our list. So we got Retro Robot Boy and Prince Boyd Magma for the next stream. All right. Yeah, we'll definitely do that. All right. So I got that notated. Thank you guys. Again, Retro, thank you so much for the $10. That is awesome, man. And yet, Isaac Bell, I do not have multiverses. If I did get it, I mean, the problem is if I end up playing multiverses, I'm not going to stop until I become like a professional level top player. So I don't know, man. But maybe. It's a possibility. But yeah, anyway, overall, thank you guys so much for everyone who's tuned in. And thank you again, Retro, for the donation. That you are insane in the membrane, bro. That is crazy. Thank you again so much. And y'all crazy. Stop doing this. Y'all almost made me hit 100 monkeys. We've been $13. Rise! Now we're $3 away. Yo. Oh my gosh.
Verse/reverse scaling.
Okay.
Devilish face.
Okay, and verse and reverse scaling now for Roz. You are freaking insane. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, so I'm trying to end the stream, but apparently they're trying to threaten me to 100. They're trying to threaten me. Sunny D is like, yeah, we're about to flood you with a bunch of scaling requests. Relax, fam. Relax, bro. Okay. All right, no, you guys got to really relax. Like that's all, folks. Like, dang, man. Like, oh my gosh. Oh boy, that is threaten you. No, I'm gonna overrun. No, Raj, you can't do that. That's you can't do that, bro. Thank you though. Okay, so now that I was saying, so we got Robot Boy for tomorrow. I think we have a speed feat potentially. Prince Boyd for Magma, and then verse and reverse scaling according to Roz. So thank you again. Hado 99, bro. Relax. Like let's see here. The fact that we're $2.01 away from 100 kind of scares me, but that is a good point. So let me hurry up and end it before somebody tries to threaten me again. I'm just gonna wait for the donation spots to run out because let's see here. Finna whip out the Hado 99. But yeah, again, you guys gotta do your thing.
Over $100.
Nigga, oh shoot! Oh, I didn't mean to say that. Roz. Oh no! Okie dokie. Roz with the $20 donation. That is crazy. Y'all gotta relax, bro. God dang it, man. The freak. Oh my goodness, that is crazy. I thought I'm like, y'all are freaking insane, man. Yo, chill, bro. Retro with the $2 donation. Oh man. Oh man. Oh my gosh. Harvado. Roz. Retro. Harvado. Relax, fam. Rapunzel versus everyone. Midaka beats Goku. I mean, I could do that as a request. Yeah, it's 1 penny off. I don't. It is what it is, man. But like, y'all, thank you guys so much. Oh my goodness. So as I was trying to escape the clutches. I mean, I think this is kind of weird. Like the fact that I'm like one of the streamers who's actually trying to avoid getting bodied by donations. Like I'm trying to alter instinct donations by ending the stream early so I don't freaking have to scream like a freaking kid. Oh my gosh, like 20. God dang! Oh man, you guys are amazing. Thank you guys so much for the donation. Holy monkey butts. Okay, so let's see. Harvado. You surpassed my ultra instinct, bro. You know that. Holy crap, this is scary.
Oh man, I did not expect this. This is something that threw me off guard completely. Wow. Well, congratulations, everyone. Apparently, you decided to donate so much to Atari that you gave me enough power to absorb him. So, now I'm just going to make this statement very nice and clear. Goku may be 9th dimensional, but my Cell Max form was definitely 10th dimensional. And I can prove it on the next stream why I am still stronger than you could ever imagine. In fact, when I reach back the anime, I think I'll be the one to break the hyperversal levels. Just you wait. You'll now know why I'm that strong. Excuse me, there's no next stream? There's no way you can make me stream forever. Roz is about to run out of his timer. But thank you again for the $20. Everyone in chat who's donated, I'm grateful for it. I appreciate it very much. In fact, the donations are more rich than even Android 17 and 18. In fact, I have to say, you guys are awesome. I don't even give people praise like this, but you impressed me. Very good. Now, I'm going to be going to bed soon. I have Retro for Robot Boy, Prince Boyd for Magma, and I have Roz for Verse and Reverse, and Harvado for Midaka. Now, I think that's more than enough for the next stream starting off. Enjoy while I take over the earth. Okay, guys, this is Atari.
No, I'm just kidding. This is not dang. Dang, you ain't no goddamn Atari.
Wait, Atari, wait. Ow! 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 Ow!
Damn.
You know, I could show you my perfect.
So anyway, I just want to say again, guys, thank you so much. You guys are awesome. So yeah, we got Retro, Robot Boy, Magma. Okay, yep, so we pretty much got everything else we need for the next stream. So the stream is at 2 hours and 15 minutes. I think that's a good point to where I think. Sorry, I burped. I think the stream is at a good point where we can probably now end it at a good one. So yeah, that said, thank you guys so much for everyone who's tuned in. I'm gonna just repeat myself again because it is time to dip set. I mean, well, there is one more thing that, and you know what? Maybe I could save it for the next stream. But like, yeah, overall, you guys get the picture. There's a lot that could be shown, could be scaled later on, but it is what it is. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much. This is ATARi HB. I appreciate you guys all, and I hope you guys have a wonderful retro!
How dare you?
According to Retro, he says, I bet you won't put ATARi on screen again.
Would I be willing to put ATARi on stream? Are you challenging me?
Are you challenging me? Okay, no. Oh, wrong image. I mean, I don't know if I can afford to put ATARi on stream. That's scary. Also, who told you to donate? Retro trying to just hold me hostage, bro. Anyway. Okay. Anyway, as I was saying, is there a possibility that I would probably... So for the next stream, I want to say that I want to probably focus a little bit more on a very interesting topic. I might do it the next stream or the stream after, because it seems like the next stream we're going to be booked with power scaling. So I'm not really sure. But if stuff like this if this keeps up if stuff like this happens almost every stream, I honestly will be able to stream full time at that point. Which...
Wait a minute. Colonel, if I'm able to stream every time, this is not good. Colonel, that means if I'm able to stream full time, that means I'll have enough time to upload videos all the time. In fact, I'll have so many power scaling requested videos I can answer. I think I'd be... Oh my god. Colonel, this is too much, even for me, Snake. I'll have to sit this one out.
Alright, guys. Now, let me stop. Show her head only, then. Her head? I don't know, man. Here's her head.
Hey, Goku! That's good one. That's classic. That's gold. Oh, this is very good. All right, there we have it.
Oh, man. All right, guys. So I think that's enough. Let's see here. All right, Roz is 20. Thank you so much, Roz. I appreciate it. Thank you, Retro. Thank you, Arvado. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Prince Boyd. And thank you, everyone else. Yeah. Thank you, everyone else who's participated in the stream and has, of course, contributed. Thank you for participating. Just for being here, I want to thank everyone here. And again, I mean, I might be also doing some more skits because I think we probably will need some skits on the channel. We're going to get a creative on the channel. The channel's going to be trying to get into a lot more. But overall, Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Atari HMB, and the One Piece is real. Can we get much higher? Probably. With that said, thank you guys so much. This is Atari HMB, and I'm signing off. Peace. Night, everyone.
The way may not be. You didn't say, Lord, that it would be. But when our tribulation get to light, we can.
Giggity, 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 giggity.
Hey, you thought I ended the stream? Hey, Chi-Chi, come over here.
Hadouken! Shoryuken! Tatsumatan Hukik!いい戦いに入りそうぜ。ありがとうございます。さよなら。Goku does solo indeed.